2-weapon save, that's good for ninjas for the meantime.
Not too bad, honestly. And now, ninjas are going to be forced back on towards an eco once again. They have... That play was promising towards A, right? Denying that space from DSG, but their B side hold, that was completely open, and we saw how fast the door flung off its hinges there for the side of DSG.
A lot of mid contact, but so far no kills, no damages yet. There's Vera coming through, but traded out so far. But Vera's job, honestly, with the pace that he has, that's fine, right? Most of the time as a duelist, you think duelist, I just go in, I get the kill, but sometimes your job as a duelist is just to die while taking space, right? It's for your teammates to form up on you and get that kill afterwards. Juicy, he's proving exactly why that's the case. Secondary duelist is the job for him, but he's making it look like it's his main job.
Spike planted.
Oh,
this guy's just so sharp, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of talks, and I think you've mentioned this before, that Juicy has the capability to essentially match up against Jing on stats and even just role potential.
Yeah,
I see, and especially with the current state that Valorant is in at the moment, where there has been this case of the Raze satchels essentially just getting dumbed down. There's a case for it, because as far as I know, Juicy has shown more flexibility, right? But Jing is more tenured, of course. So it shouldn't be a problem for him. Vera finding that kill as well. He's just going in. The laser pointer is there, but Bryce crouches down under it, try to find a kill as well. No, INF takes out his own teammate. Oh, that's disaster.
Dear.
They could have had a man advantage there, I think. Oh, I don't really know what happened there. I think Bryce might have wanted to run away. Yeah, and the swarm grenade was misplaced. Oh, a little bit of a blunder coming from INF, but he's trying to make up for it by getting these fights. Gets the first kill, but the second one's not there. Juicy swings out wide for it. There's an Odin in the hands of Shiva. They have to be really careful. Its presence is not known just yet. Josh, he's up top on the site. There's the movement coming through. First flick is good, but second one is not there, so Josh wins out the round. First on the board for Ninjas.
Welcome to the game here. And about that play, that was so unfortunate because Wayne threw that paranoia on that execute, right? Right as the swarm grenades were popped. So I think Bryce was trying to fight for that space, but unfortunately walked a little bit too far and burned his feet on the swarm grenades.
Yeah, maybe. That's rough. We're gonna have to go back and watch and see what happened there. That's frustrating for Bryce. Vera doing his movement shenanigans to try and take space over at middle, and it's succeeded so far in the meantime. It's not contested. Juicy opening up the door, and INF sneaks around the Prowler. He has huge timing, but he whiffs the spray. A little bit too panicked on the trigger, and that could have been everything. So now Ninjas, they have to scramble for it. Good satchel up top, takes down Vera. The angle was way too steep for him to have figured out that he was up there. Nade is available. There's a little bit of damage that comes through, but there's also a showstopper in the background that might be activated, and there it is. Persona going for the kill, finds Styron, and Shiva and Josh find Wayne and Juicy as well. Last player alive is Grumble, and he's stuck over here in this tree position. 30 HP, not gonna happen.
All of a sudden, wait, Ninjas look like a completely different team in these last two rounds.
I'm telling you, it's the maps. It's the maps. I'm telling you, it's the maps, right? A lot of these teams likely have had a lot more practice on Lotus since it's the main pick. So if there's any place you want a team to find some sort of life there, it's going to be Lotus.
Okay, we're 6 rounds in now. I'm going to ask you here, right now. Okay, DSG, you're calling a timeout. Well, let's get this question true first. Map 3? Question mark?
It's a steep climb. It's a steep climb. Realistically, I think a lot of us in the region, when we saw this matchup, we were more interested in matchup 1 of the day. Because unfortunately, I think we have it in the back of our minds that it's likely going to be a DSG 2-0 against Ninjas. Put together the facts, right? Ninjas are a new team. The entire roster has been shifted except INF. So that's 4 players that are new. And that only lasted for a very, very short time because this week, Bryce came in. Interline is out of the roster for Ninjas. So that's essentially shifting a whole roster. That's 5 people in. That's new, right? INF the only vet essentially, but it's so rough to make work with new components. That's one. And then the amount of practice that they don't have in comparison to the practice that DSG have, should be 2-0. But the players, they can't feed into that mindset. They have to believe that they can take a map off DSG.
There.
Fight to the very end, they will. Albeit a little bit timidly this time around, as look at the hold on towards the A side here. Persona, the operator, is posted up towards tree. Meanwhile, A, they're gonna be ready here, Ninjas. Or just collapse on towards Link. Bryce already holding the angle, waiting for the door to be opened. Ooh, trading shots to Wayne, getting taken down to 11. Barely any health left to speak of. Smokes are going to come down very shortly. Door is going to get broken. And all of a sudden, Juicy gets sprayed down here, but Styron's going to be good with the trade. B side gets completely open here by the Ninjas. Nightfall goes down from Shiba to try to put some pressure onto the remaining players here on this 3v3. Grumble, they're going to know he's completely out in the open here, but his team holds it down. DSG, they are weathering this retake well so far.
3-on-3, lockdown comes through. I don't know if weathering is going to be the case in the next few seconds. If Grumble peeks around the corner, there's an op waiting for him, and yeah, he gets taken down for it. Wayne, 11 HP. He has to do everything for this, assuming the paint shells don't get him, which it does. Okay, Ninjas, a little bit more life and a little bit more time given for themselves here. The equalization comes in very early, at least almost there. 1 round off.
Well played on the retake from Ninjas there. That lockdown to take all that space on towards the B-bomb site was everything from INF, the rookie now. The one and only remaining player on this team from Split 1. Showing his fangs. It's most needed here.
Ooh, a little dink. Crosshair placement for Grumble has always been sharp.
Face your fear.
Persona, he's on the op, so it's not like it matters too much. Showstopper comes through for Juicy, and unfortunately it doesn't hit anyone. Shiba manages to get away with getting that kill onto Grumble. So 5 men alive for the Ninjas, 4 on the site for DSG, but they've closed it in. They can make this dangerous. Well, flank coming in.
Ninjas here.
Flank coming in from INF. And they know Wayne is in the smoke somewhere. The tether hit close. They should have that information as well. They just have to play it very slow. But oh my god, DSG, they have somehow found their fights. In the blink of an eye, it's all red. So now INF left into this clutch. It's 1v3, now turn 1v2. So he's going to have to try and find the last 2 players. Vera's around that corner, 27 HP. He swings out. He gets that kill. He swings the other way, but Styron, he's just holding. He's being very patient, and he doesn't have the time. So Styron wins out that round. A thrifty for DSG. I don't really understand what happened. The collapse was there. The idea of the collapse was there, but the cover for Wayne was amazing. You just saw the kill feed light up DSG's favor.
Yeah. And again, name a more iconic duo, right? Styron and Clutches, man. This guy, he has just been closing out the rounds when it's demanded of him. Now, overdrive online from Vera here. The fast lane already out. Look at how fast they're exploding out this A-roll position, clearing out the close corners as well. Shiba, he's considering setting a Prowler in. It's gonna spot It's not going to spot anyone,
No, it
surprisingly.
doesn't spawn anyone. I think Wayne manages to just get around back the corner while the Prowler was doing its zigzag.
Oh, but look at this. So, Grumble and Vera, they already have some space towards the seaside, and when INF is playing this far back like that, he's not going to have any early information that these two players are scaling up towards the sea mound, and it's a possibility that the rotation is going to be called here because Wayne, he has that ultimate.
Oh, Vera's pushed up.
There.
If you
Oh,
can
they
sneak
pinged.
around. Oh, there's the Nano Swarm as well. I think they took out the alarm bot as
Oh,
well.
they saw him. They saw him.
Yeah, they definitely did. INF gets taken down. It's a quick one from Vera. He knows he has to take space. What is that? A quick little peek to take down Persona. The site is completely open. The waterfall flush is not going to be there. Oh, but Grumble, shoulder seen on the other side, and Bryce and Josh, they somehow find their way back into this. 3-on-2. Ninjas. Now with the time advantage. 10 seconds to try and shut this down. Juicy goes up the top, but he only manages to find one. Spike is being planted. There's no time. And Josh, yeah, he wins that one out. A little bit of a blunder coming in, I think, from Grumble there. Peeking out, putting his util. Not expecting the entirety of Ninjas to have already rotated that fast. It's a good plan. It was a good plan, but just timing.
Yeah, unfortunately, the odds did not favor DSG that round as. Now, Overdrive is still going to be online for Vera. He has a chance to make this work, doesn't he? Again, with the same opening that they've shown so far. Overdrive is going to be deployed. No one on site so far. And look at this. And Ninjas, they're so aware. All of them evacuating the site, letting this Overdrive time out before they even try to attempt for a retake. None of these players challenging for an angle.
Oh, this is cheeky. 45 HP, close range with the shorty. Yeah, just play your life like this. Even if you're good for one. That's all it takes to try and swing the round into their favor. Nade goes out, but it goes wide. It's into the site, along with the tether to try and find some early damage. First kill is Styron's. And oh my gosh, DSG,
What?
it lights up
What?
red. They found so many individual fights. Shorties and sheriffs. Southeast Asian cowboys over here.
I'm still trying to wrap.
That's not even a
my-
thrifty, dude. That's not even a thrifty. That was straight up a robbery of a round.
Dude, it's like they had no money in their touch and go card, and they just like floored it as soon as they got to the barrier. You know what I mean?
Which we don't.
That's what it was.
We do not advise anyone to do that, first of all. But second,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
felt real.
Because, oh, it looks so scary when ninjas were flooding out on towards the site. But somehow they were just able to find the crossfires. Everybody from ninjas was somehow looking the wrong way for their duels. And they just blasted everyone for DSG.
Yeah, that did not look like DSG's round at all, but they somehow managed to find it. Ninjas, yeah, the timeout, it does make sense. Try and get everyone on the same page here. What just happened? What did you guys not cover? What was called? And who did not follow the call?
Hi. This is tough, man.
There. I'll show them. Lintik kayo.
But you know what? 4-6 on the first half. I think this is closer than any of us thought, but as I say that, Vera just opening the round out and Grumble getting his as well. A very different approach to this round. Completely throwing the ninjas off guard right out of their timeout as well.
Which makes sense. I mean, the ninjas, they have to default back to going on an eco, right? So the ninjas, they're the ones that have to be a little bit more desperate for the play.
Calling my bot.
PSG, they can just hold them off. Sit back. Let them go for the pushes instead. You could argue that ninjas could wait out the other way But by the time that happens, you have to deal with what? 5v3 scenarios while 2 of your teammates are rotating back. Gun advantage in the way of DSG. They're just going to swing you.
Yeah.
Bring them down.
Look at DSG here just taking the site for free.
30 seconds left. Spike
No
planted.
contest at all from Ninjas, and it's hard to blame them, right? With how Vera and Grumble just blasted open the round.
Persona just on standby along with Bryce and INF.
Cool.
Juicy goes down for it. A little bit too early on the push. What? Okay. All right. Okay, Grumble. All right, sir. Someone check him, PC. That's unlucky. That is unlucky. Good shot coming from INF. Trying to take at least one more before it goes down to the spike, but Grumble triples up into the round. Yeah, sometimes, man, Grumble just...
Last round
He
before the
knows.
switch.
He knows where you are.
Extremely unfortunate here. Or decide the Ninjas. But now they do have a buy on their hands, right? They have the Nightfall. They have the ultimate on that Omen. There's a real chance to bring this back here. Back to a 5-7. On the defense on Lotus, I would argue that's not bad even.
Okay, early aggressive play here over onto the main side and into Rubble as well. But we've seen this happen before, and what happens is DSG, they default to going into C. They start holding a little bit towards the back and they go forward towards the left side, right?
Wait, I got a question though. Did they just use Viper Wall to stuff that choke point?
Yes, yes, they did.
That's
the
a
defense?
very interesting setup, right? Because
For the
usually what you
defense,
see,
yes.
yeah, usually what you see is that B wall coming out to cover your B main and the outer part of that door leading towards Link. But now DSG, they're going to be committing their lockdown to this. The site's going to be theirs completely for free here. But 3 players already in CT for the side of Ninjas and Galaxy. Spike's going to be tapped. Persona on the flank. Able to catch out Grumble here. And Wayne, all of a sudden, is going to be in a world of trouble.
Yeah, he is. But Wayne, he just has to hold. They don't know he's here just yet. Swings out, gets Josh. There's the rocket coming in back onto Wayne. Bryce and Persona, they're trying to hold this off completely, and they do. So Ninjas with their 5th. Honestly, not a bad scoreline to go and swap into the halves. A 7-5 or 5-7, that's not too bad.
Yeah, the retake was patiently played from them as well.
Switching sides.
Stalling just enough time for the flank to come through.
So far, everyone's pretty equalized on the scoreboard as well. Not too far off from each other. A lot of impact, if anything. So both teams, in a way, are functioning well together at the moment. It's just that Ninjas, I think, just don't have too much of answer sometimes when DSG pulls something crazy. Especially the Thrifties. Especially the Thrifties.
That's like 2 Thrifties already for DSG
Yeah.
on their attacking. And it's
Yeah.
always on the A side too. Have you noticed?
I have not, but yeah, that's good work for them. So Ninjas
I
now
don't-
on the attack. You're saying?
I don't know what it is, but it's always during the time where Ninjas are gonna collapse onto site, where they just spring their trap and just blast everybody.
There's like a certain sense of like an internal timer that DSG have, you know? It's almost like they
Definitely.
have them read, or they've been put into that position so much that they have protocols for Thrifties as well,
Right.
which is not
But
too
now-
far out, you know? It's not too far out.
But now look at that A site, that Viper wall already deployed. Meanwhile, The rest of ninjas, they're gonna be slow crawling onto this A side. Bryce already making his position known. Dashing into the backside here.
Oh! Else Persona trying to satchel in. But Wayne managed to shut that down. Vera double kill with the frenzy. It's a spray transfer on the pistol. You don't see that too much, but Bryce, stick shooter working full day. Gets 2 already. Now knocked into the 2v2. Nade comes through and it finds Bryce just instantly. Explosion was good. 20 seconds for this recovery to happen and the plant as well. He goes for the early plant. No joking around for this time. But he's getting crept up upon. The back was seen. INF has to isolate these duels. Finds the first one, but Juicy manages to catch it out. So they lead still 8 rounds.
Okay, but all things considered, it was extremely well played for the ninjas as well. They aggressed on towards A. They cleared out now and then. They left their Viper to lurk out instead of their Killjoy, which gave them information on towards B main, and in the end, they could just all collapse on that side. But now, they're going to be on the ecos. And it's going to be a triple Guardian buy for the side of DSG. I've come to know this, right? DSG is that one team that loves to buy a couple of Guardians going to the second round. Don't they a lot?
Yeah, they do. But, you know, with the way DSG work, I'm not surprised. All these sharpshooters, you know? Siren, Vera, UC, Wade, they got it. They have it. Rumble? Yeah, he has it as well, but he just needs a Spectre to close it out. Goes range, Juicy, long range over on C long. The crunch comes in for Grumble, a run and gun. That's a nice little 4K from him, and it's flawless from DSG.
I can hold an area pretty well myself.
Well played round, honestly. DSG, they were ready for that B main play. They're ready for the lurk on the, towards Mound as well, just catching the players from the ninjas and Galaxy out and systematically crunching on their push.
This is still such a danger, even with the Guardians in play. I feel like DSG have this on lock still. Okay, attacking Odin is bought up by Shiba actually. We've seen this before, but it seems that Shiba has a certain playbook on his own with the attacking Odin, right? He's like the only one that does this. Ooh, long range fight, but there it is. Shiba actually manages to get that kill. Already tagged down was Vera, so now the A site completely compromised.
Now Styron, he's taking the drop here, swinging out to the spike, catches Shiba actually. That's going to be the Prowler coming out here, but unfortunately, Josh is going to shut it right down.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, drop down to Grumble is not going to work out. It's too far for all these fights. It's a bit of a long range fight, but INF, good tap over onto Juicy. 6-round gain for Ninjas. And again, expected, because you do have that weapon advantage, but DSG, they weren't too far off either. A few Vandals and Guardians, so now going to be a full buy round for both teams. Some light shields for the side of Styron and Juicy.
I'm looking at the setup for DSG here.
I'll find you.
And, oh, okay. They have A completely on lockdown here. So that's no option for Ninjas and Galaxy. And I think that's going to force the crunch out here sometime soon. The orb is going to get taken. They're going to wait for a reaction.
Oh, this is familiar. We saw this earlier in the next guy versus RDA.
Yeah.
Take up contact on C. Yeah, take up contact on C, and then you try and default back into A. But the problem with that is that they don't have a forward lurker here to take more space and fight out Wayne. So they have to fight together here. which is not too bad considering the amount of space they've taken, but they're making a lot of noise doing this. And if you look at the map, rotation's coming in for DSG, so whatever fight they do, it has to be fast. Prowler comes through, the flick is almost there for Persona. Good entry so far onto Wayne. Now there's backup. Vera's on the site. Finds no one. Persona finds his second into the round as well. The third is there. Persona's just swinging everyone. Siren, ooh, good little flick over onto the guy that's planting. What the hell? He finds INF as well. Flips the gun barrel to the right. Not equalized just yet, but it does look a little bit shifty, so we're gonna have to see. Crumble finds the fight onto Shiba. Now we're in trouble. It's a 2-on-2, and Styron, he's closing in on the smoke. He doesn't have to go into it just yet. There's a barrel on the other side. Alarm bot is there, but it's not getting activated. There's the swing from Bryce, and Styron, he's doing everything. He has 3 kills already. Josh is on the other side. Smoke dissipates, and he finds the 4th.
I'm sorry.
Of course, Styron. Of course, buddy.
My ult is ready.
Did DSG just convert? Let me check my notes for a second.
Styron is like the master. Dude, Styron is like the master of like conversion. Dude, I like. Hey man, if anyone's getting a pay raise at this point, it's Styron. I know you hear me, Toast.
My God, so well played there from both those players to isolate those duels. Honestly, once Grumble won that fight on that drop position, and the site was left open, I think that was done right then and there. There was a chance that it would have been brought back with Bryce, but yeah, PSG. Oh, Vera.
Fight. So aggressive. I love Vera on the Neon actually. Juicy, I don't think he made it work as much, but Vera, he's showing why he can. So really love the tempo change, but Ninjas, they're finding their kills back. Slowly making their way back into that A site. The option for B is there, but Styron is going to be their main boss in that corner. Grumble takes the long-range fight and loses it out against the turret, not only tagging him, but INF just full-on wiping him off the planet. So, 4-on-2. I mean, we saw it before.
I was gonna say, Styron's alive, man. Look at
Styron
him,
lives.
yeah.
Yes, Styron lives.
Last player standing.
Nope, never mind. Down he goes. So now Juicy left into the clutch, and it's a double kill for him, but the swing is a little bit too wide. So Ninjas, they get their 7.
Close. Very, very close here. 7-10. We have 3-round lead now, separating Ninjas and Galaxy and DSG. And look at all these ultimates available. Persona will have that showstopper, INF, Lockdown, Shiba, with that Nightfall. All in all, there's just so many tools for them. Just blast the side open, isn't there, a lot?
Yeah, they absolutely do. But they can't falter. Because here comes Vera. Laser pointer in hand. He's going to try and melt them away, but he's already been tagged. Finds a little bit of damage, but Shiba takes out Styron as well. Here's the lurk from Grumble. Finds one. Second, not going to be there. Swung upon a bit too much.
And look at the rest of Ninjas here. They're just in that cuddle pile waiting for Vera.
There.
They had that play read down to the T. And now, it's going to be left up to the remaining members here. But Wade shows up with a shot on towards Persona. Right
That's a flashy one.
You should run.
Enough. Dropping that lockdown. Deny that side space from the team here. The rest of DSG, they're going to be forced away. Spike is going to be planted shortly
30
here.
seconds left.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining. Mark 2.
Retake is attempted, but they're losing players. Wayne, again, good with the Sheriff. He's getting his little highlight reel in, right? Isn't he, Master Wayne?
Yeah.
He still has time. And they're not looking his way. He finds the first. Wait, this might actually still be doable for him. Just has to be careful. It gets tapped out by the Fade Eye. The tether is there, but it misses completely. He's marked still. the time is running out. It's running out. He doesn't have the HP. He's getting flanked. And yeah, there it is. Oh, there was a world, I think. Ooh, oh gosh. Ooh. There is a world where Wayne wins that, but he just has to be a little bit faster, I think.
Definitely. And now, Ninjas and Galaxy really making DSG work for this, aren't they? Let's look at the buy here. Ooh, INF has the operator online now. That's the attacking Killjoy op as well. The Killjoy-operator, if you will.
Yeah, kill operator doesn't sound right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just that's a call out.
Operator?
That's a call out.
I was thinking about Coperator, but Wayne, he's thinking about Bryce and his head in particular. That's gonna be the Viper down already. Your A lurk player. You know what this means, Lon?
What?
Your lurk for A is down. Your default is going to be so much weaker. And look at this. Shiba forced to take that forward position, getting taken down as well. Now you don't have Prowlers. Now you don't have that Leer. So getting into these sites that are so claustrophobic with so many corners to clear, they're going to be much, much harder here.
Cover going out.
Oh man. Okay. We're slowing things down already this far into the round. And at this point, fearing for Ninjas a little bit. They do have an op in hand, but I doubt DSG want to take any more swings than this.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, DSG. They don't have to make anything happen here. They just need to wait and react to the plays of Ninjas and Galaxy here. They're ready for every single possibility. That tree push already accounted for by Juicy. Wayne instantly shutting Persona out and gets the kill on towards INF too.
10 seconds left.
Josh, the last remaining player, gets cleaned out by Juicy here. 1 point away from match and series point.
This is a much closer scoreline, though, in comparison to, of course, last map's wash, which was the 13-2. Timeout's going to be called for Ninjas. I'm not going to lie. I think Ninjas are at least on the forefront of believing that this is doable.
I think so too. The clinch it out into overtime, hypothetically, right?
Mhm.
They just need 4 rounds here compared to like the 10-round stretch that was Ascent. This is definitely doable. And with the ultimates that they have in hand, they have the Viper's Pit. The Omen ulti maybe not as impactful, but it's something. It's an option to give you a round in hand. Now, Ninjas, I feel like they just need to clean up their early round a little bit. Because we've seen them get caught out by DSG's adaptations, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the trap plays that the players from DSG are setting up.
I'm not too surprised if they start to blitz towards the site here, Ninjas, and instantly put down the Viper's Pit. Or they go for something crazy where they go around that corner, just like what they're doing right now, and just force the Viper's Pit into B.
I don't think they can force the Viper's Pit, because if they do, that lockdown's online from Grumble, and it's going to instantly force all the players out here.
It's not gonna happen.
Dear.
It's not even gonna happen. Not even close. Never mind. Forget my call. DSG find 3, and last 2 players are stuck around the corner. Prowler gets spotted out. Shiba only good for 1. DSG on their 12th already. That's gonna be match point for them,
Match point.
and a whole big of a road for Ninjas to try and climb back up here.
I saw the vision. That contact into B explode play that we've seen so often, right? That was another iteration of that. But DSG just had it read down to the T, shutting that entire play down for Ninjas here. And now, 4 more chances to bring this into overtime for Ninjas. Looks like C is going to be their site of choice, at least to start off here on their default.
Ooh, Vera's an
Right, that's
operator. Wait, Vera's an operator. If he just slides out and takes out 1, I'm gonna be so entertained.
Okay, the knee operator? I'm
Yeah,
down.
that's me. That's me closing the book. Paranoia and Prowler coming through, try and take space over in Mound, but both players back off in the meantime. Don't need to give any sort of advantage to the ninjas. Not when it's this close. Remember, keep things professional. Have to just clean it out. Wrap it up cleanly. First fight is there, but the jump spot's good. Styron finds Persona, actually, and Vera rings out that operator onto Bryce. It's looking ever so dire for ninjas. Yeah, and that's the Viper, so they don't have their Viper walls up anymore. The last three components of this, it's still doable for a post-plant scenario, but...
Josh has TP'd in the CT.
There has to be timing. Oh, but Juicy's waiting for it already. Juicy's just waiting for it. There's the swing, and yeah, Juicy manages to get it. It's looking all but over for the ninjas here. Chiba down into 85 HP. He's liable just to 2 shots, and he's going to be dead. In the smoke, he swings out. He's dead as well. INF, last one alive against a 1v5, and this 1v5 ain't a joke. It's DSG. They were here to play since we started over in Ascent. I give props to ninjas for getting this close, but when you're up against someone like DSG, yeah, that's going to be your result. Styron closes it out like the man he is, the IGL, the team leader he is.
And of course it's Styron, man.
Of course, dude. Of course it's Styron. It would be Styron. So 13-8 scoreline.
Extend his contract, dude. Dude, he IGLs, he frags, he clutches, he plays support. He's just... Is he not just a complete package, honestly? Because we talk about Juicy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Juicy is that like one superstar player that you keep on your team. And Styron, he's like the perfect complement to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I really believe that like DSG, in terms of like the teams that we have here, this current iteration of DSG look very, very solid. Like very, very solid. The components all work together just fine. You give it enough time. And yeah, you know what? You're right. DSG can very much be paper, like baby Paper X. And there's a universe where they can even beat them, like just off the bat, right?
That's going to be really, really tough to call. I wouldn't go that far. But I will definitely say the way that DSG has been innovating, they are like the forefront runners of these new meta picks, right? With the Neon, with the ISO, definitely. Look at their post plans. They were able to get the spike down 10 times out of 12, with 12 first kills to boot.
Yeah, there's still some leeway that happens. There's still some issues that happens, I think, in some of their post plant scenarios. But man, DSG. I want to talk about their thrifties too, right?
It's not.
We've not seen too many teams that can pull off thrifties as of late, due to how utility and kind of the meta shift for post plants work for a lot of these maps, right? But somehow, some way, DSG can find thrifties in an era where it seems almost impossible sometimes to find one. So them finding 2, that's crazy.
Definitely. And the MVPs here, Juicy, 24 and 13. And don't let that one first kill deceive you, because Vera, he has been such a sharp entry for this team, the spearhead, to penetrate the defenses of the ninjas here. While Josh, one of the anchors of this team, really tried his best to pull it together for ninjas, but unfortunately, wasn't able to make it work. Juicy though, MVP once again.
Juicy my goat! Juicy my
Juicy
goat!
my goat! Juicy my goat! Juicy my goat! Juicy my goat!
I miss that chant. I absolutely miss that chant. I mean, look, Juicy has been such a core component to this DSG roster, right? He's such an aggressive duelist. He's a flexible duelist, which is what you want sometimes, right? Yeah,
he's
most of the time. I mean, this odd occasion they're running this double duelist meta, right? But when you're in this current single duelist meta, you want someone that's flexible, can adapt to different compositions. It's just so much better in terms of the health of the team. What do you think?
Definitely, and he's honestly one of the best duelists in the region for me. I'm saying one of the best and not the best now because, man, he's got some contenders.
Yeah, he has contenders in the rookies, right? Someone like Splash, oh my gosh. There's so many duelists in this region, so aggressive with the roles they play, and all of them have very interesting playstyles.
confidence in spades is the common denominator amongst all of them. But for me, Juicy's just that he's so smart as a duelist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he knows how to navigate fights. Like when you watch Juicy on a Yoru, he's so smart in how he goes around certain fights. But you know, it's just give him more time and he'll cook so much more. He'll cook so much more than he can. On the side of ninjas, though. Oh, sorry, go on.
I really can't wait to see where he goes, honestly, because